Hello and welcome to the Borealis Experience. I'm your host Aurora and I'm very happy to be spending some time with you today. I want to thank you all for your messages. It was incredible, the support and love I felt from you during my 5 days of struggling here. I had a black widow biting me in the neck and in and out of the hospital several times, and worries and discomfort and everything. And yeah, you guys are just incredible. I know why I'm showing up for you 3 times a week here on this podcast and on Facebook several times a week with little videos, because I appreciate you so much. And I want to share tools with the world that help me to become a more fulfilled person, a happy person. And yeah, it's incredible to receive this feedback from you. Thank you so much. If you're new to this podcast, make sure to subscribe. If you're a long-time listener, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. And if you want to do me a huge favor, leave me a review and a rating on Apple Podcast for other people to make it easy to find this podcast. Today I want to talk about acting like a loving person or being a loving person, walking in love, speaking love. It is two very different things, and I feel a lot of people can sense this after being in a relationship for a while. And we feel like, it's kind of a routine now, and I'm kind of doing those loving things because they are expected from me, and I'm saying these things because, again, it's part of this routine, but I don't really feel that way anymore. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with the relationship? What is wrong with the other person? What am I supposed to do now? Should I just leave? Will I regret one day if I just leave? I feel those thoughts are totally normal, and there's nothing wrong with you. I can imagine that what happened along the way is that you started to shut down your heart. With every little disappointment, with every little hurt, your heart closed up more, and it's kind of clogged up now. And your brain, your mind, still knows how to act lovingly, but it's getting more and more exhausting, and passion is not there anymore. Sex drive is not there anymore. You kind of feel resentful, even angry. You want to avoid. You want to fight, but not really, because you know you don't really have anything to point your finger at. It's just a whole mess that you're sitting in, and you're blaming yourself. It makes you feel horrible. Trust me, I've been in that situation. I've been in that situation many times, and I experienced that this happened because I was not honest with myself, and because I abandoned myself, because I didn't stand up for myself anymore, and I was adapting too much to my partner. And it is not their fault. We have to stop blaming the other and have to start looking at ourselves. Of course, disclaimer here, there's all different kinds of relationship situations, and maybe yours is different than mine. But right now, I'm just talking about how you can look at yourself and change, become yourself again, and this in turn will change your relationship for the better as well. And it is not so much about going back in time and looking what went wrong. It is more about how can you learn to express yourself authentically again? How can you make space in between you guys without rejecting and hurting the other person, but doing something for yourself, for your own good, without feeling selfish? You know, if you've been a very outdoorsy person and then you met your sweetheart and all of a sudden you became a very homey kind of person, there will be a point where resentment will come up and you will not even know why. But it is your longing for this little sense of freedom that you used to have that you want back. And you're going to take it out on the other person and they're not going to understand why. We have everything. We're happy. But you didn't allow them truly to see who you are. You adapted right away to meet their needs and you gave up the person you were. And now you blame them? That's not fair. And that's you hiding in victim mentality. You're not a victim. You are in a situation now that you have to slowly untangle yourself again. And you have to learn to speak your truth again. And when it comes to love, when it comes to feeling love for another person, the most important thing is that you learn to feel your feelings again. When your path to your heart is clogged up, is not clear, it means that you don't allow emotions to be felt, to be processed, to be expressed, to be seen by the other person. You hold back, you suppress in order to fit in order to not disturb the other person or the relationship. But in doing so, you harm yourself. And this is the result. You can't feel your heart anymore. You can't feel loving anymore because the path to your heart is blocked. So it's a difficult situation to sit in. I totally see that. But it's the most beautiful path you can imagine being on. The path of clearing the way to your heart, to your own heart. You have to start doing things for yourself again. Is it hobbies that you gave up a long time ago? Is it a new hobby that you always wanted to try? Is it people that you want to meet without thinking of cheating on your partner or anything? Maybe it is a language that you want to learn. You have to create a little bit of space in between you and your partner and discover yourself again. And in doing so, you will spark a deep curiosity in the other person and maybe even fear because, oh, all of a sudden he's dancing outside of the box. That's uncomfortable. That scares me. And you might have to put up with the fear of your partner and do it anyways. Without being an asshole. No, not without being an asshole. Without being a mean person, but very direct. And you can even comfort them and say, hey, honey, like, I feel I ignored myself. I neglected myself and I need to take better care of myself. And in doing so, you also give the other person space to do the same. You know, sometimes we get so used to sitting in the same house, in the same pot for so long, and we have our little routines, and it's kind of getting boring. And if you are the one who starts stepping out and starting to do new things, the other person is left with a we say vacuum, like an empty space is better to say in English. And they will fill that empty space with what they can be passionate about again. And they might fill it first with fear and anxiety and maybe anger towards you, but it is okay. It is their little struggles that they might have to go through a little bit. You can reassure them, but do it anyways. And then you kind of teach them how to take care of themselves again. And then one day soon you can meet again and talk about the adventures that you experienced. And you can maybe hear it in my voice. You can hear novelty and excitement. And what have you been doing? Tell me about your day. And I want to know more about you. And I didn't know that you were such a good painter, such a good singer. You kind of unlock love on a deeper level again, and you give possibility for growth. So many times we feel stuck in routine and stuck in behavior, and not loving behavior, but just routines, and it makes us feel dull and numb. And then once we step out and do new things, then we kind of stretch the comfort zone, and we make the other people, maybe interested in themselves again too. Maybe they meet with friends again, or whatever they choose to do. I feel so often we think cheating on our partner is the way out because it is novelty. It is someone seeing us with fresh eyes, someone being curious about us, someone opening us up to a new world. But trust me, you can do it without cheating on your partner. You can open up a new world to your partner in taking better care of yourself again, and in remembering who you were and who you are and who you want to be in the future. And if your partner truly loves you, they will see exactly what's going on, and they will appreciate it and know that at the end of the day, they would totally benefit from it as well. So spread your wings and think about the things that you wanted to do for a long time but haven't. And know that, you might be facing rejection and fear and anxiety from your partner. And you might feel very nervous about this step too, because it is new to you. But it is so worth it. It is so endlessly worth it to spark love inside of your chest again. Deep appreciation for your partner, to see that they allow you to explore, they trust you, they want you to be happy. And then you can feel your heart again, because you found your way back to yourself. You know who you are again. You feel yourself. You feel alive. And from that point, you can give love again, because you have so much respect for yourself. This was my first episode after struggling with dizziness and nausea and my black widow bite there. I hope it was very clear, and I hope I got my message out there. And I hope I was bringing you lots of value and loving vibes, hopeful vibes. Thank you so much for listening. I'm your host, Aurora, and I will be back out there very soon again. Take care.